experience coastal erosion and more frequent and severe flooding in low-lying areas. Around 50% of the flooding is due to thermal expansion. In addition to the possible impacts of climate change, coastal areas are affected by the fallout of industrialization and urbanization, such as changes in land use or land cover, biodiversity loss, poor waste management, etc. Given the background, the U.S. Consulate General Chennai, in partnership with the Energy and Resources Institute TERI, initiated an evidence-based awareness and education program, that is Project Ocean Matters, that trains and mentors schools to collect, record, and analyze environmental data related to climate change and marine pollution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is truly a pleasure to welcome you to the online workshop to celebrate World Oceans Day on the theme Catalyzing Action for Our Oceans as part of Project Ocean Matters. My name is Mormugao and I am from the Education for Youth Empowerment area at the Environment Education Awareness Division at TERI. I'm honored to be your MC for this special event. Today, the online workshop is graced by the presence of Dr. Livleen Kehlon, Senior Fellow and Associate Director at the Environment Education Awareness Division at TERI, Mr. K. Venkatramana, the Associate Fellow and Area Convener of Center for Climate Modeling Area at the Earth Science and Climate Change Division at TERI, Ms. Taru Mehta, Senior Fellow and Area Convener at the Education for Youth Empowerment Area, that's EYE at TERI, Ms. Saltanat M. Kazi, who is a Fellow and also the Project in Charge at TERI, Ms. Suman Suresh Iyer, she is a teacher from PK Birla Public School, Mumbai. And we also have 3 students who have joined us as a panelist. They are Mr. Pranav Vijaykumar from Pawar Public School, Mumbai, Ms. Shrija Sira from Chennai Public School, and we also have Ms. Avni Lal Chandani from MT International School, Ghaziabad. Thank you so much, everyone, for your presence today. And without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Livleen Kehlon. Dr. Livleen Kehlon is a Senior Fellow and Associate Director at the Environment Education Awareness Division at TERI. I request Dr. Kehlon to deliver the welcome address and set the theme for the workshop. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Monmi. A very good morning to all participants, my colleagues, our senior experts who have joined the program, representatives from US Consulate General Chennai, and all the supporters and partners of this beautiful project called as Ocean Matters. Why I call this project beautiful is the word ocean and the entity ocean is a beautiful concept. Life originated in water. 70% of the land on planet Earth, or I would say the proportion of planet Earth is water, and water is there everywhere. The concept of Samudra Manthan, if we consider the Indian mythology, also originated in water, and life is absolutely non-conceivable without the presence of oceans. So oceans, World Oceans Day is a very, very significant observance. And this World Ocean Days was officially recognized in the year 2008 by the United Nations. Though the deliberations and proposals to celebrate this program from a vote from Ocean Institute of Canada started way back in 1992. Right now, we see that even our sustainable development goals have a lot of relevance on the word of blue, on the word of water, on the life on water. So the point here that I would wish to make is that oceans, as we know, they cover 71% of the Earth's surface. So their relevance is highly important. And oceans are almost like the heart of the planet, like every human being has a heart in their body. Why so? Because oceans influence and regulate the Earth's climate. So, this is another fact which makes the word oceans a beautiful presence, and why we say that oceans are beautiful and life on our planet Earth is impossible without oceans being around us. And if you just consider what are the main ingredients that a common man is aware when when they think of oceans, it is water and salt. And the oceans, they have so much of capacity and they have enough salt in themselves to cover the entire surface of the earth. So these are facts that our younger generation should be aware of. And I would say that the younger generation, the young students and the youth who are not living in the vicinity of oceans, but are living somewhere in the heartland, somewhere much, much away from the oceans. Because it is not important to be considerate or to protect the resources that are around you, but your sensitivity to the entire holistic natural resources around you is more important. Marine ecosystems are a very, very important habitat. And just like the equatorial forest, the Amazon forest, where we say that most of the life that is present there is not even discovered yet, the same implies for the oceans. There are so much of beauty, there is so much of species, there are so much of services that the ocean equip us with, which we are not aware. So it is very important that we are aware and conscious of this natural resource. June 8th should not be the only day when we celebrate the beauty and significance of oceans. It should be a year-long activity, and projects like Ocean Matters should not be contained only with schools along the coastlines, but rather even with schools which are much, much away from the coastlines. The project highlights the relevance of Indian Ocean, which, as you all know, is the third largest ocean in the world. And another point that I would like to say here is that it is very, very strategically positioned on the Earth's surface. No aspect of development, be it the conquests or discovery of land in earlier age when uh, the discoverers, the explorers, they went all over to discover more land. Moving on, exchange of resources, exchange of raw material and services between countries and continents, the importance of the oceans during the world wars. And now, when we have moved forward and we are considering a holistic and overall development of the planet Earth with respect to SDGs, the oceans play a very, very important role in the world geopolitics and the overall betterment, the overall life on our planet. With these words, I would like to hand over to my team who are very, very efficiently undertaking different projects, activities with schools under the program. And TERI is very privileged, it's very fortunate to be associated with this project. So please remain join with us, and we have many more activities. And back to Monmi, please take forward the program, and a very warm welcome to all the participants, resource experts, and our partners, including U.S. Consulate General, to be with us on the observance of World Oceans Day 2024. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Levine, for a warm welcome. Your words have set the tone, and of course, a message for everyone to take a step towards to take a step forward to safeguard our ocean. With this, we would let's move to the next session. Um, like Dr. Levine has also mentioned, a healthy ocean, it's critical to meeting global climate, sustainable development, and biodiversity goals. It is vital we utilize nature-based solutions, innovate in key sectors, including renewable energy, shipping, and address many human activities that threaten our ocean. To talk about the climate ocean nexus, may I invite Mr. K. Venkatramana, an associate fellow and area convener at the Center for Climate Modeling at TERI. Before Sir's address, I would like to give a brief introduction. With 12 years of experience in climate modeling, Mr. Venkatramana's research work includes analysis of diurnal variability of monsoon, active and break phases of monsoon, global and regional impact of Indian summer monsoon, um, accessing climate extremes and variability, working on climate risk profiles and hazards for various sectors, combining climate risk studies to various developmental challenges are a few fields of his expertise. We are very fortunate to have you, and over to you, Mr. Venkatramana.
Thank you very much for the brief introduction. So once again, I will share my presentation. So can you see my screen?
Yes, maybe you can put it in the
presentation.
slide mode. Yeah.
Yeah, now it is clear, I hope.
Yes.
Thank you very much for the brief introduction, and thank you for the opportunity. So today I will talk about the climate, oceans, and nexus. And so my presentation will be in the flow of the presentation will be global perspective and Indian perspective and ocean's role in the climate and summary. So this is my way of presentation. So if we look for the recent observations, the temperatures have been increased rapidly due to the climate change. So this is the observed evidences. This is the global mean sea surface temperature for the different data sets. It's from 1850 to 2020. This is from the IPCC AR6 report. It was released recently during 2021. So you can see here clearly this is the anomaly. Anomaly means the change with respect to the particular time period. The time period is from pre-industrial period from 1850 to 1900. So the temperatures has been increasing with different time periods. It reaches up to 1.2 degree in 2020. So the global, not only the land surface temperature, the oceans also warming, but land is increasing more than comparing to oceans. And this is the spatial representation of the trends in the long term as well as the recent 30 years decade. So top one is the trend for the changes in that annual surface temperature from 1900 to 2020. You may see there is a little bit of increasing per degree per decade is observed. But if you come to the recent years, sorry, 1 second. If you come to the recent years from 1994 to 2003, over the northern part, you can see the more red color. That means it has temperatures have been more increased over the these time periods. And Antarctica is due to this Antarctica is also melting. I will show the brief information about that in the next slides. So this is the projected change in mean temperature based on the different models. This for the mid of the mid future from 2041 to 2060 and far future from 2081 to 2000. So it displays the projected change with respect to the observed baseline period of 1995 to 2014. So we may expect if the warming is going to continue in medium warming or moderate warming is continuous, we may expect the left side panel of projected change in the mean temperature. It's around 2 to 3 degrees. It varies in the with respect to the geolocations. If the temperature, if the same warming is continuous by the end of the century, by 2081 to 2100, that the temperatures will going to rise up to 5 degrees. So next, this is the information regarding the year 2023. So the first plot shows the monthly global surface air temperature anomalies for the from 1940 to 2023. You can see the temperatures are varying with respect to years, but the red one clearly shows the year 2023. It was the warmest year on the records from 1850 onwards, and also a large number of extreme events were recorded across the globe, including the heat waves, floods, droughts, and wildfires. Even in India, we have felt that a couple of weeks back, its temperature goes around 50 degrees. It's common, and also heat waves. I will talk about the brief information in the upcoming slides about that. And for the year 2023, the bottom plot shows the Antarctica sea ice concentration and the Arctic sea ice for different months. The based on the 1991 to 2020 averages of the sea ice concentration, we can see that there is a negative values, means 2023 having the less area of the sea ice concentration. And next, coming to the greenhouse gases, you can see the recent 2 decades, the greenhouse gases, both the carbon dioxide and the methane has increased rapidly with and now into 2023, carbon dioxide is reached to 419 ppms, and with increase of 2.4 ppm compared to the 2022. And coming to the methane, it reached to 1000 not 2 ppms, and also it is also shows a 11 ppm increase with respect to the previous year. It is clear that the temperatures and the greenhouse gases, everything is increasing globally. So if you look for the recent time period coming to 2024, so the top plot shows the global surface temperature increase about the pre-industrial from 1850 to 1900. You can see there is a Paris Agreement. Every year the COP is happening. Their target is to reduce the temperatures and controls the temperatures below 1.5 degree and 2 degrees. Now in the period from June to May 2024 period, we may see the 12 warmest months. The temperature exceeded 1.63 degrees in the May 2023. So if the temperature increases, you not only the average temperature, the maximum temperature and also the minimum temperatures both are rising globally. Due to that, the minimum temperature is rising, so it will affect the cold nights and cold days. So it decreases in the recent decades. And coming to the maximum temperature, also maximum temperature, it increased. So the anomalies clearly shows the increases in the warm nights and warm days globally. And not only the this land, the oceans also warming faster. So this is the global mean sea surface temperature SSTs from 1850 to 2100. These are having the different models and also the data sets, I can say, because it has the reanalysis and the model historical models and also high resolution models and also future projections, everything. So here these anomalies are represented with respect to the time period of 1950 to 1990 climatologies. You can see from 2020 onwards, there will be large variations up to 4 degrees we may expect in the future by the end of the century in high warming scenarios. So if you come to the satellite era, based on the satellite data sets, the satellites are more accurate than the station observations. I mean, because of the, it will cover the complete globe and it will give the more accurate values. So if you see the regional mean sea level rise trends between 1990 to 2013, the over the globe, the MSL is increased, but it's not unique. The sea level rise is not unique. It's varying with different regions. And also, if you come to the mean sea level rise, trend, it is varying with 3 meters per year. And if come to the global mean sea level rise and above, it is increased in the time periods. If the warming is low, it will increase up to the 0.2 meters. If the warming is intermediate low, it increase up to 0.5 meters. And if the warming is high up, it will vary up to 2 meters globally. So then this is the projected change in sea level rise. If you see the medium warming, this is the medium warming left side one. If the temperature, if the warming is medium, the mean sea level rise will rise up to 1.4 degree with respect to different time periods. And this is, it will go in the high warming scenarios, the temperature will go up to the 1.4 degrees. This is source taken from the IPCC AR6 recent reports. So coming to the Indian perspective, so here the left side red one shows the all India annual temperature anomalies from 1901 to recent 2023. You can see the recent decades here. We can see the more rapid increase, and the trend clearly shows the increasing trend with a 0.6 degrees per 100 years, a decade variability. If you come to the monsoon, the rainfall does not show any trend, but it is varying year to year variation we can see. And also the sea level along the Indian coast have been raised at the rate of 1.3 mm per year on average, and projected to rise in the future also from due to the global rise and also the regional climate effects. And also the intensity of the cyclones along the Indian coast have been increased in the past and the projected to increase in the future also. And so Indian coast is highly vulnerable. I will show the maps. It will come in next slides. Increasing in the sea level rise intense, the cyclones have causing the coastal flooding due to the storm surges in the past. The trend will continue in the future with the high surge heights and making the coastal inundation. I will show the how the cyclones will in the future and past in the next slides. If you come to the regional, one second. So this is the projected rainfall. For the left one is this is the projected rainfall change, expected change in the future by the end of the century in the high emission scenarios. If the emissions are continuing high emissions over the Rajasthan, Gujarat region, we may experience more change in the rainfall. It means if the rainfall is around, example example I'm saying, it's around 300 to 400. By the end of century, it will double. Maybe it will reach up to 600 mm per annually. Right side top plot shows the maximum temperature projected change in the future by the end of the century and minimum temperature by the end of the century. You can observe the minimum temperature will increase more than the maximum temperature in the past, and also for the future we may expect. So coming to the regional trends, these are the different states we have computed the mean temperature anomalies. You may see that it is varying from different years from 1969 to 2016. The regional trends has a high with the higher warming in the recent past. Here I am talking not only global as well as Indian context. In the state context also, the temperatures are increasing, and also the rainfall extremes shows the significant increasing trend in the past. If you come to the heat wave trend, heat waves, the trend shows the mostly increasing with more confidence. The temperatures are heat waves are increased in the past. So coming to the Indian Ocean warming, this is the observed as well as the model projected trends for the Indian Ocean sea surface temperature. It starts from 1850 to 2100. You may see the models are all well capturing the observations up to the 2020. And after that, these are the forecasting values for the model. You can see the trends in all the cases is increasing in the low warming, moderate warming, and high warming also with respect to decades with the 0.6 degree per decade and 0.7 is a different warming scenarios. If you look into the spatial representation of the Indian Ocean warming, so in this is the midterm future. In the midterm future, you may experience low. These are the projections. Low warming. If the warming continues, if the emissions are in the high, it will go to the temperature up to 3 degrees. Our future, by the end of the century, 2071 to 2100, if the warmings are high, you may see more red color over the Indian Ocean. It will be warm. These are the projected changes with respect to the model baselines. This much of change we may expect in the future. This is coming to the climate projection over the India. These are the average values. So this is the change in monsoon rainfall percentage over the India. If the warming is continues in the near future, we may experience 6% rise in the all India rainfall. If the warming is high, we may experience more rainfall. It's 8% increase we may expect. Similar to the near term, in future terms also we may expect rainfall projected change up from 10 and 14%. As previously said that not only the land, the oceans also warming. Here you may see the sea surface temperature. It may increase up to 1.2 degrees and 1.6 degrees in the medium warming by the near future and mid future time periods. And if you look for the future time period, by the end of the century, in high warming scenario, it may vary up to 2.27 degree with variability of 2.1 to 3.3 degrees. So here the right side one shows the changes in the surface air temperature. This is more increasing than compared to the ocean sea surface ocean temperature because of the land will warmer faster than the oceans. So we may project the models are projected the changes in the air temperature is up to 4.4 degrees by the end of the century. This is the all India average values are projected. If you come to the mean sea level rise, these are the values for the different stations or the different time periods. The mean sea level rise over the Indian coast is varying from 1 mm to 1.75 mm per year. But Diamond Harbour, it shows more rise. Its value of 5 mm per year. And if you see the sea level rise projections, it may increase in the future in the Indian context. So these are the impacts due to the sea level rise. It will increase the cyclonic storms and coastal flooding, and also contaminates the drinking water with the seawater, increasing the risk of the coastal erosion. These are the effects of the mean sea level rise. And next, these are the tropical cyclones based on the WMO, World Weather Meteorological Society. Based on the wind speeds, there are different types of cyclones are divided. If the wind speed is more than 322 kilometers per hour, that is severe super cyclonic storm. If based on this, we have taken the few cyclone tracks from 1891 to 2013. So in around 140 years, there are, you may see 330 severe cyclones are over the Indian Ocean and Indian mainlands. This is the observed trend. If we go to the projected one, these are the left side one is the model projected wind intensities for the historical cyclone tracks from 1970 to 2020, and right side one is the projected next 100 years from 2020 to 2120. You may see more red colors in the future, because so that it means the wind intensities are going to increase in the during the cyclone periods. The wind speeds are here in meter per second. It's around, it reaching up to 80 meter per second. If you convert it, it's around 240 meter per hour it will come. These are very, this type of cyclones will cross the coast. It may damage so many things. So this is the average exposure to the cyclones. You may see Asia will experience, and also in the future also, you may experience more exposure for the cyclones or the Asian region than comparing to other regions. So what is the ocean's role in the climate? The oceans covers, already madam said that the oceans covers 70% of the Earth's surface. The ocean stores the 1,000 times more heat than the atmosphere, and also seawater stores 4 times more heat per the unit mass than air. It transports 25 to 50% of the energy received from the sun, and it circulates slowly. It will take decades to centuries for that. It is a major source of heat to some regions like northern regions. You saw in the sea level and the temperature over the near to the Australia, you may see the very high warming. These type of things, these are the causes of the oceans. It also affects the long-term patterns of the atmospheric circulation, affects the climate systems like ENSO, La Nino, and NAO oscillations. And how will the oceans changes the Earth's warming? So the oceans will warm, sea level will rise, and its salinity balance will be altered. Its ability to absorb CO2 will change. It will impact the atmospheric circulation, cyclones, and severe storms, and the frequency and the distribution of the droughts. So the oceans will continue to absorb the heat as the climate system warms. Warming will be cause seawater to expand. The effects of the ocean heat absorbed will be delayed by the warming of the atmosphere, and these are the impacts. And so expected effects over the India. So due to the climate change, what will going to happen? So the temperature will rise up to 1.7 to 2 degrees by near future time periods, and up to 3.5 to 4.5 degree for end of the century. This much of change will, this much of temperature rise may experience, and an average more hot days and the consecutive hot days events will be increased in the near future time periods. Coming to the precipitation, in all the scenarios, we saw that the temperatures are going to rise up from 0.3 to 15% by near upcoming future, and 9 to 15% by end of the century. And also you may have the experience of more heavy rainfall days in the future time periods. And coming to the extremes, both the rainfall and temperature extremes going to increase in the future time periods, and dry days will decrease. So in the short time period, there are a lot of chances to getting the more rain. Even the rainfall is going to increase in the short time periods. Maybe there will be chances of getting the floods also due to the short time period the rainfall happens. And also coming to the cyclones, a decrease in the projected number of cyclones means the the number of cyclones per year will decrease, but the intensity of the cyclones will increase in the future time periods. It may cause us more damages. And also the storm surges, 5 to 20% increase in 100 years return period from the surges of the east coast by the end of the century. Thank you. That's
Thank you, Mr. Venkatrama.
Thank-
That was, quite an interesting session. Thank you for talking about the, significance and strengthening the understanding between, the nexus between oceans and climate change. So thank you once again. And we are
Thank
here
you.
to celebrate World Oceans Day. So yes, climate change and, ocean is very important, and it is very, it is crucial to discuss about the nexus between them. So thank
Yeah.
you once again.
Okay.
Moving on, the project Ocean Matters, we have mentioned, it's a citizen science program that activated the participation of schools in gathering data related to climate change and marine pollution, using the global learning and observation to benefit the environment, that is GLOBE, and the microplastic monitoring protocol trial, that is MMPT. To further talk about the project, I would like to invite the project in charge, Ms. Saltanat Kazi. She is a fellow at the Education for Youth Empowerment area, EEA division of TERI. Over to you, Ms. Saltanat.
Thank you, Monmi. Thank you, Venkatramana, for setting the tone, for giving us an overview of what is the scientific evidence, telling us about the trends related to temperature rise and how this can impact oceans and coastal cities around it. And that is something which has led to project Ocean Matters that we have started out with the support of US Consulate General Chennai. And in this project is a citizen science program that has activated the participation of schools in gathering data related to climate change and marine pollution, using the global learning and observation to benefit environment, that is the GLOBE protocol, and the marine microplastic monitoring protocol. So here the citizen science program is looking at two issues. One is on climate change and the other is on marine pollution. And this project, when we started out the first phase where we reached out to 100 schools along the cities on the west coast of India. And these were Mumbai, Mormugao in Goa, and Mangalore. And in the second phase, we are now reaching out to an additional 100 schools, which is in Chennai, Puducherry, and Kochi. So in this project, we have worked with, it's a partnership. This project of ours is a partnership, and it's a partnership with the US Consulate General Chennai. Along with that, we have built a partnership with Deakin University, Australia, with Globe Italia, Globe Asia Pacific. And in each of the locations or in each of the cities where the project is being implemented, in all of those cities as well, we have also established partnership, with the education department, with the municipal authorities, or with institutes in those locations. And how have we gone about in the project? We have used the trainer model. And in the trainer model, what we have done is we have worked with teachers. And so what we do is that we train the teachers to use the two protocols that I mentioned, the GLOBE and the MMPT protocol. And in these training programs that we have for the teachers are introduced to the lab equipments that would be required to carry out the experiments to monitor the oceanic health related to climate change and to marine pollution. So in the GLOBE protocol, we are looking at parameters related to salinity and temperature. And in the microplastic, and we are looking at the microplastic, presence of microplastic to look, when we are looking at marine pollution. So these two protocols that we are working on, we train the teachers. So we provide them with resource material, we provide them with lab equipments and supplies. We provide them with support in terms of mentoring so that they can then impart this training to the students. And what happens is that a core group of students is formed in all the schools who are then spearheading the experimentation in their schools. Once the experimentation is done, so we also train the teachers in how to record the data once they have completed the experiment and how to upload this data. The schools have this data on, so now the schools are basically gathering data on salinity, temperature, and the presence of microplastic in the water bodies in their vicinity. And this data is then uploaded, and we then ask based on the data that they are gathering, or the understanding of what is the trend related to temperature rise or presence of microplastics. Schools are then amplifying this information in their schools. It could be through peer education, it could be through assembly sessions, through PTMs, through annual day celebrations. So the information is now from the core group moving to the whole school. It is also resulting in schools to design community-led campaigns. And last year we announced a competition where we had the Blue campaign, where schools then led these community campaigns, where they went out into the community, spreading awareness on various issues related to the environment. After that, we have also worked with the schools to ensure that the information that they have gathered from the training, or from their engagement with the community is then shared with us, and we then report all this information to the US Consulate General Chennai. We have also, made a case of the whole project based on the success we have gained from the support of all the schools in it. And we have been able to present the project at the COP28 in Dubai last year. And we were also presented the project to the EPA administrator when he visited Chennai last year in July for the G20 meetings. So all of this that we have achieved so far has been through the support of the schools and the participation from the students in the project. And we would look forward to the continued support from the schools in the locations, in the phase 1 locations, as well as we look forward to the support from the schools in the phase 2 locations, that is Chennai, Puducherry, and Kochi. And with that, we've also got a small film on Project Ocean Matters, which encapsulates the whole project. So I would request Ritu to make that presentation, to screen the film. Thank you. Thank you, Ritu. So as you've seen, Project Ocean Matters is a program which, we work with the schools, we build the capacity of the teachers and the students, and then it's a program or it's a project which is then, led by the school. It's an experiential learning based approach, and everything is then led by the schools, and that is what is making the project sustainable. And we are also working with the teachers to try and see how they can integrate it into the school curriculum. So with that, I would now hand it back to Monmi. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sultanat, for presenting the project journey over the years. We look forward to the activities that will be undertaken for the next phase, and we are very excited for it. Thank you once again. Like Sultanat has mentioned, one of the program's aim is to inspire action, raise awareness, and foster a deeper connection to our oceans. To do so, environmental communication plays a very important role in raising awareness and educating the people on the complexities of environmental issues, so that they can not only understand but also make informed choices. We have a panel discussion on the environmental communication to catalyze action. This will be taken by my colleague, Ms. Taru Mehta. She is a senior fellow and area convener at the Education for Youth Empowerment area at TERI. Over to you, Ms. Taru.
Thank you, Monmi, and good morning, everyone. It's still good morning. Yeah, it's 11:50. Welcome to the panel discussion. And when we speak about ocean matters, uh, it doesn't go without saying that we give enough opportunities to all our teachers and students to undertake communication on what they are doing. So while Saltanat has already explained to all of you what goes into making ocean matters special, because we try to inculcate scientific temperament among teachers and students, to undertake experiments to understand oceanic health and its relationship with climate change. But after doing this action, who comes to know about it? Now this is a serious concern in terms of organizations and platforms and projects which do not get into environmental communication aspects. Environmental communication in its totality is very, very important for any kind of actions that we undertake. It not only helps us to basically bridge the gap of doing the action and making the others also aware about it, but it also helps to make the movement of change bigger, because until and unless other people know about it, the peers would not come to know what is happening around and what actions are being taken on the ground. So while we say that even action taken by one person is important because it contributes to our environmental uh, footprint, we have to take actions, but taking action and communicating about it will only make it big. So within ocean matters, social media campaigns and social media interventions are very important for all our schools. Whatever they are doing, whatever they are undertaking on their sampling locations and near their water bodies, it's important they record it and share it with public in general and with project stakeholders in particular. So today, I've been honored to join by my fellow speakers. So we have three students and one teacher. They have done extraordinary work in Project Ocean Matters, particularly for the three speakers that I'll be talking about in the first go. They have couple of them have undertaken projects in its first phase, and there is a student who would be experiencing ocean matters in the upcoming time till March 2025. We also did, along with all the activities that Ms. Sultanat spoke about, we also organized environmental blogging competition this year to mark the celebration of World Earth Day, International Earth Day in April. We launched the competition there, and today, on the occasion of World Oceans Day, we will be felicitating our winners and announcing who was the winner at the environmental blogging competition. And we also have one of our stalwarts who participated in the program, and maybe, you never know, she could be the one who bagged one of the positions in the competition. So thank you to all the speakers for joining in. The speakers are Miss Suman Suresh Iyer. She is the mentor teacher from BK Birla Public School, Kalyan, Mumbai. Madam has implemented the Blue campaign, which Saltanat was speaking about, and I think it is over more than 6 months now that she's into this campaign with her students, spearheading ocean protection, programs within her school and outside the community. We also have with us Master Pranav Vijay Kumar. He is a grade 10 student from Pawar Public School, Bhandap, Mumbai. Pranav is part of the core group of students from Pawar Public School who has taken up experiments in a big way in his school. Welcome, Pranav, and we are happy to have you here. We also have Shrija Sira. She's a grade 12 student from Chennai Public School, Chennai. Shrija will be there in your school next week, and we want to hear from you what kind of expectations do you have from projects like these. Miss Avani Lalchandani, a grade 10 student from Amity International School, Ghaziabad. Uh, Avni had participated in the environmental blogging competition, and we want to hear her experience and how she basically made it, part of her, school activity. So starting with Suman ma'am, we have very limited time. We only have, I think, 15 minutes or so. So roughly, if you could explain about how you went about your campaign, and if we could finish your talk in within 4 to 5 minutes. Thank you. And should I share your screen? I think I should share your screen on.
Yes, ma'am.
Share your PPT.
Good.
So just a second.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you, Taru ma'am, Saltanat ma'am, for giving us this opportunity to be part of such a prestigious program. This program we have implemented for standard 11 students of our school. And we started with the ocean project 2 years back, where we took the samples from a creek area near our locality. And from there, then we started working on testing the water, then salinity. Even we went ahead by testing the CO2 content, nature of the water. And this process was continued not for 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months. We continued for whole year. Apart from this, our school, every month in assembly, we used to had one kind of program related to ocean matter, whether in a skit form, or it was just a speech, or it was a kind of a presentation. So that was the initiative done by our school. The third very important thing we did, that the students of standard 9, 10th, 11th, 12th, they were given a short topics related to the ocean project, and what are the pollution, what are the steps to be taken. And they used to go to smaller children class in the recess time, and they used to demonstrate their presentation in front of them. So we were also, the awareness was created by our bigger children to the smaller children. Apart from this, we did also one very small thing. It is that in our school, on blackboard, we always write a quote. So we used to write quote every time related to ocean pollution, or how to save our ocean, what are the drawbacks if it is getting polluted day by day. So this was an initiative done by every class, where we were writing the quote related to the ocean pollution and prevention. Our student also, we did a part into the curriculum, how Saltanat madam was telling. We did it as a project of activity for the smaller children, making a poster. And also it is not only making a poster, but writing the action plan, why they have made that poster. We have science week in our school, So we try to make a corner. We are having a corner. We make a corner called as Ocean Project Corner, where we display all the work done by our school. So it is not only one, even we tried hard to talk to the municipal people for the any kind of disposal which is being done by Ganpati time or by Durgashtami time. So we have created a small pond also. We are proceeding this through with the Blue campaign, where we are starting with many activities. Some activities we have completed, that is making a small videos and putting that videos to the students, not only to the students but also to their parents, to create awareness related to the ocean matter. Ma'am, you can proceed with the PPT.
Yeah.
This is a small work which is done by our school in the presentation we have done. Ma'am, next slide. And we have tried hard not to stop. We wanted to continue with this process. We want to make it as a like a main highlight for our science and the science team. For our science presentation also, this is a highlighted part, Ocean Project, which we take it into, and even our management and our principal ma'am and all my science teachers, we work very hard to uplift this program. And even our students, they are also very much curious. They make videos, they make small pamphlets. We are also planning to have skits. We are planning to have a small kind of presentation to the people who are staying near these areas also. Like we have a creek in our area where there's a lot of pollution being done. So we are trying to make a small presentation, pamphlets. Even our students are working on making pamphlets, which they are going to give to all the members, people who are staying in our area of Kalyan. Ma'am, this PPT, can you move ahead?
Yeah.
So every year, no, we try to make it as a point that during our science week, we will be working on the ocean project, and our students, whole 7 days, we keep a corner for ocean project. And it is all being support of Taru ma'am, especially Taru ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity and supporting us every time. And even Sultanat ma'am, whenever whatever we want, we are given that. And we are trying to reciprocate this to the nearby schools also, because one school can be doing this work to a small extent. But even if every one of us combine together, it will be going to be a very big project. And it will be coming into the eye of the students, the people around us. So awareness is very much required.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inputs.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think whatever you do is an inspiration for all of us and for all the schools, member schools of Ocean Matters project. We especially appreciate your gesture by dovetailing it with Science Week program that the state
Yes, ma'am.
undertakes. So it was very commendable, and of course your blue campaign is also quite well received. Ma'am, I would just acknowledge the role that you play in our project, and we hope that you keep continuing this good work in within the project. I
Yes, ma'am.
also has Pranav joined again, or should I move to yes, I can see Daisy, ma'am. So basically, like BK Birla Public School was one of the member schools in Mumbai. We also have another member school, Pawar Public School, from Bhandaperia, Mumbai. Uh, and Pranav is part of the core team, as I said. And the program is led by Miss Daisy John in the school, and in her guidance. The core team is formed and trained and carried all the experiments. So I request Pranav, if you can open your camera, come on the screen, and tell us, your experience of being part of Ocean Matters. And was it difficult? Was it easy? How did you find it? And how did you basically helped your peers and other fellow students who were part of this particular initiative? Over to you, Pranav. And please come on screen if you can. I would actually request all the fellow speakers to come on screen so that we can even have good screenshots and pictures. It's an online, it's a webinar. Yes.
Good morning, ma'am. Can you see me?
Just a second.
Not able to start my video.
Okay, no worries.
Pranav, you have joined from your mobile phone. That's why you're not able to switch on your camera.
Yeah, ma'am. I've joined from the mobile.
It's okay. It's okay, Pranav. Please carry on. We
Okay.
have limited time. Yeah.
Okay, so good afternoon, members of the TERI organization. We are delighted to share our enriching experiences with TERI. Our visit to Thane Creek provided us with a unique opportunity to collect water samples and analyze the temperature, salinity, and microplastic content. This activity was incredibly enlightening, revealing the critical impact of microplastics on our ecosystems. Moreover, we participated in a beach cleanup drive alongside over 20 other groups. Our team was proud to secure the first place by collecting approximately 59 kilograms of plastic waste. This achievement showed the importance of teamwork and community engagement while highlighting the urgent need for environmental preservation. During the cleanup, we also learned about our diverse ecosystem, encountering various sea creatures such as hermit crabs and sponges. These experiences with TERI have not only deepened our understanding of environmental challenges, but have also inspired us to make meaningful changes in our daily lives. We are now more committed than ever to making a positive change in the environment by conserving water, reducing electricity consumption, and embracing cycling as a sustainable mode of transportation. We thank you for providing us with these invaluable experiences. They have truly motivated us to actively contribute to a sustainable future. Thank you.
Thank you, Pranav. That was wonderful. And I hope that under the leadership of Miss Daisy John, you and your team would be able to continue these experiments and also make your juniors learn about the project and about the problems of microplastics and other oceanic elements for climate change. Thank you so much, Pranav. Moving on, I would like to speak to Srija. Srija, your school has newly joined Ocean Matters, and your school is part of this particular initiative in phase 2. And next week we are doing the first workshop in your school. So let us know, what do you think about the project and what expectations do you have from TERI and US Consulate, so that we make learnings easy and fun, and you are able to implement the program in the city of Chennai.
Yeah, thank you very much, ma'am. So first of all, thanks to all the panel members, and it was a very nice presentation. So the first thing, obviously, everyone looks forward to is the hands-on experience, the beach walks, the shore walks, and putting your hands on the equipment, trying to understand how it works. And the beach is a huge emotion for all Chennaites. We all it's a national treasure for us being in Chennai, going visiting the beach. So to clean that beach and to understand how it works, it's a very good thing. And the most interesting part that I find is the fulfilling of our inquisitiveness, bridging the knowledge that we already have. I mean, we have learned in our science, in our younger grades about the ocean, about how plastic pollutes it. But then with subject matter experts coming up in this program, with them giving us more information on the subject, I think it'll be a good bridging experience of knowledge that we already have with what we can get from them. And it's a whole process of learning, unlearning, and relearning. We might have got some points wrong, so we unlearn and we relearn the right points and how to implement them. And of course, the networking experience, meeting with TERI, a organization which has been doing so much in the field of sustainability and environment. Like, it would be a good experience for students to know how work is happening in the real in on the ground, how to stay in touch with them, the knowledge sharing that happens even within the peer group, the awareness that can be raised through these kind of programs. This will actually produce participants and citizens who are much more aware. A higher level of awareness can be raised, and contributing our knowledge in the field with at individual levels and at collective levels. Forming a group and trying your best to clean the beach, making a small beach walk, probably putting out some Instagram reels about this. So that's something that I really look forward to. Of course, meeting all the people from TERI will be a very nice experience. They're very good at all this. I have already had a very good experience at Project Lead with Sultanat ma'am. So uh, I look forward to hosting them at our school again, and hopefully we all have a good experience. And yeah, so look forward to meeting all of them in our school in the near future. Thank you.
Thank you, Shrija. It was really nice to listen to you and your inquisitive nature, your the depth of asks that you have. We surely hope that we are able to meet your expectations, and we are really thrilled to be working in the new cities this year. Though we don't want to leave our old cities. Old cities are Mumbai, Mangalore, and Goa, whereas new cities are Chennai, Puducherry, and Kochi. So we are thrilled. We are excited to come next week, and let's see if we are able to prove ourselves and meet your expectations. Keep in touch, and congratulations for being part of the lead as well. Moving on to our last speaker, Miss Avni Lal Chandani. She is from MIT International School from Ghaziabad. It's not a we don't it's I will say that this school, the relationship with this school lasts from many years back. They are part of Green Olympiad, and we have some global rank holders also from this school. And Avni participated in the environmental blogging competition. And we want to understand from you and Avni that you participated in this contest, but we are nowhere close to the oceans. So what inspired you to be a part of this particular initiative, and what was your topic, and how did you go about it? So sharing your experiences basically.
Good morning, ma'am. Good afternoon now, sorry. I would like to start with how I got to write this blog. So basically, writing a blog on the topic Our Local Heroes was an enlightening journey for me. I started out with some extensive research on ocean conservation and locals making significant impacts in ocean conservation. So I wanted to write out a narrative that highlighted the dedication and tangible benefits of the efforts of our locals. I organized my content and focused on making it empathetic and action oriented. This was a little tip I got from the blog writing workshop that was in May. So I also included practical tips which I thought were essential to inspire readers to take action. This experience deepened my knowledge and appreciation for the ocean. Through this process, I not only felt like I enhanced my understanding of the ocean, but also felt a renewed sense of purpose in contributing to the cause. I feel immensely privileged to have been able to participate in this competition, and I'm also grateful for this beautiful opportunity. I also was really inspired to participate in this competition and write something because the environmental sustainability and ocean conservation and everything about the nature has always made me really curious. So, and also, like you said, I'm way far away from the oceans. So this felt like a new experience, and I thought I could learn valuable lessons. So I participated and I feel really grateful for that. Thank you.
Great, Avni. Thanks for your inputs. I hope you enjoyed it, and I just hope that you also, win some accolades, which will be announced in the next session. I would thank you to all the speakers for joining in today. It was really interesting to hear the school insights and insights from the perspective of teacher as well, and what opportunities and what challenges you all face on the field, and try to bring in solutions which gets passed on to the students also. So I look forward to all of you contributing to the program, and also hope that we undertake some programs in the central part of the country and northern part of the country also, to basically come on the ground and do some more actions. So thank you everyone, and it was lovely interacting. Over to you, Monmi.
Thank you, Ms. Taru. That was a very interesting session. We got to see so many actions happening, all for definitely a common goal, that is to safeguard our oceans. So congratulations everyone on your good work, and thank you to teachers and students once again. Moving on, like Ms. Taru has mentioned, earlier on Earth Day, we announced a blog competition on the theme oceans, and we have the results with us now. I request Ms. Kazi to do the announcement of winners of the blog competition.
Thank you, Monmi. You switch on the PPT. Yes, yeah. Thank you. So the blog competition, as Monmi said, we had announced it on Earth Day, and the last day for submission of it was on International Biological Diversity Day. And then after that, we've been reviewing the applications that we have received, and we received around 400 blog entries. So before I get into it, I would just like to, just once again reiterate, I know Monmi has spoken about it, why we even, thought of doing the blog competition. Even Taru has mentioned the importance of, communication. Monmi, to the next slide, please. So, the importance of communication. And especially when we are looking at communicating about the oceans, communicating about our environment, and when we are looking at communication here, we are looking at communication where it is, where you're inspiring, where you are motivating, where you're simplifying the content. So these are some of the things, because we want the communication, we want scientific information to be communicated to a layperson so that they can understand and take action. So, and that communication is very important, given the current times that we are. If you heard the previous speaker, the data is showing us that, the kind of intensity the oceans will be facing. So we need to, garner support. We need to get people to take action for it. And the youth play a very important role, and blogs were something we thought, that youth will connect well and will be able to reach out to more youth. So that's the reason why we did this, and the focus was to bring about on oceans. And we also went about with the workshop earlier, which Avani spoke about, and the workshop was basically, to help students understand how to go about in writing a blog, so that it becomes very engaging, it becomes very impactful, and can garner support and action for it. Next slide, please, Monmi. So the blog competition that we had it, and we had three important themes under it. And so the first one was debunking myths with facts. So here we wanted students to research and debunk myths with facts related to the ocean. The next was local heroes of our ocean, where we wanted stories of local heroes to be showcased, so that it would become inspiring for others. And coastal tales, which were basically creative stories to inspire again action for coastal protection. So the parameters that we used for the evaluation were basically looking at the originality of the content, presentation and writing style, factually correct information, adhering to the theme, and references and sharing of information. We had a lot of queries coming in that whether it should have an image, it should have a visual along with it, and we deliberately focused on no, we just wanted to focus on writing, and we wanted to ensure that through words we are able to communicate really well, and that is what we focused here in the blog competition. And we also did a test to check how much of it was copied, where you have AI support being taken. So we did that test also with the entries to ensure that we originality is given a lot of importance. Next, please. So coming to the winners, I think this is what everyone is waiting for. So we go to the winners of the first category. Yeah, one. That is debunking myths with facts. So over here we had entries which spoke about how the misconceptions of sharks being a man-eating machine, to theories on the Bermuda Triangle. I mean, all of this were debunked by the students. So we read through all of this, and yeah, the runners up is Mohammed Ehsan, and he's from our own English high school, Sharjah, and he debunked the myth related to sharks being a man-eating monster, and there was, along with it, there was a lot of research to back up why this is being debunked. So with that, Mohammed Hassan has received the runner-up place. Congratulations to you, Mohammed Hassan. The next winner is Yoshi Yadav, and she is from Navy Children's School, Kochi. And Yoshi debunked several myths. And what was interesting about her blog was, she debunked these myths in a very story, conversational style, where she spoke about, how the vastness of the ocean is not affecting is not affected by pollution, or with regard to plastic not being an issue, plastic pollution not being an issue. All the resources are limitless of the ocean. So all of this is something that she debunked, and it was a very well written blog. So congratulations to you, Yoshi, for winning this. The next category was local heroes of our oceans, and someone's heart is beating very strongly over here. So and over here we've had students, speaking about local heroes ranging from lifeguards to even Bollywood stars, and Hollywood stars as well. So so they have researched on heroes, local heroes who have worked towards conservation, and it could be related to beach, mangroves, turtles. So they've done it all. Thank you very much, and it was very nice going through these entries. Next one, please. So Avani, you got the runner-up. Congratulations to you. And your description of, Ranjit Das, Dr. Aisha and Afrosha in their work, in 3 different locations of the country was very, very well written. Thank you. And congratulations again, Avani. The winner of the local, our local heroes, is Vishnu Priya Satish, and she's from Sharjah Indian School. So she spoke about she spoke about a local hero from the UAE. Her blog was very engaging. The writing style was very engaging, and it covered various local heroes from UAE. Yes, next slide, please. Coming to the coastal tales, so over here in this category, students basically put on their creative caps and came up with a lot of stories, and these were fictional. Some of them were stories which were seated in real life situations. So both we've had, and the runner-up in this category is Adira Arora from Credence High School, Dubai, UAE. And Adira's story was a fictional story where it is a story between the oceans and the students from land, and it was very well written and a very nice story with characters, naming the characters very nicely. The whole story was very nice and engaging. Thank you, Adira, and congratulations to you. And the winner over here is Alvina Maira, and she is from the Emirates National School, Sharjah. And her story again, was very engaging and motivating to take action to protect, the ocean. So very inspiring story. So congratulations, Alvina. So we would like to thank, the jury, the team for reviewing the entries, shortlisting the entries, and all the participants for having taken part in it. We would like to place on record, our special thanks to New India Model School, Dubai, because it was due to their support that, we were able to reach out to a lot of schools in UAE. And of the 400 blog entries that we have received, more than 50% of the entries that we've received is from UAE. So you can see that even in the results that we've got. So, once again, congratulations to everyone. Thank you. Over to you, Mani.
Saltanat. Yeah, thank you, Saltanat. And once again, congratulations to all the winners. The blogs were, what Saltanat has also mentioned here, it was very, all the blogs were in fact, excellent. And so we will get back to, we'll get in touch with you again for, the certificates and, the incentives that we talked about. So yeah, thank you so much once again. And we have come to the end of the program today. So if you have any questions, kindly put on the chat box. If there are any questions. And also I would like Saltanat to kindly place the feedback form link here. So what we have done is, so we have a feedback for us to help us basically to to let us know about what you felt. How was the session today regarding the World Ocean Day? So I would request you all. It's an online link, so I would request you all to fill it up. It'll take hardly 2 to 3 minutes, and Okay, Saltanat has already placed. All right. So please help us out in the feedback for us. And, we hope to see you again, sometime sooner. And congratulations to all the winners again. And once again, if there are any, any discussions, there's one mention of if you can get to read the blog of the winners. So, yeah, Saltanat, do you want to add?
We could have done that, but we are running out of time right now. Just 2 minutes more for the webinar.
Yeah, maybe we can put
But
it
what
up
we'll
on
do
the
is,
website.
yes, we will definitely put it up on the website.
Yes.
So I will also just place the website link so that they can, refer to it maybe after, some time. Give us some time so that we can have it put on it.
Yes. Also, I think the link, the feedback form link, once you fill it up, we will have your email ID. We already have your email ID with us, but it will help us to send you any, direct materials that we have regarding the project or the, World Oceans Day today. Also, this event was live streamed on YouTube. So you can just, type at the TERI's YouTube channel. So you can just type Project Ocean Matters and World Ocean Days. So you will get the first link there. So with this, thank you once again. I would like to propose a formal vote of thanks. Thank you everyone for your gracious presence throughout the program. An event of this magnitude is only possible with a vision of, with a shared vision of stakeholders, including students, schools, and the, and the participants here, who who independently but collectively endeavor to, contribute to its success and to its, to safeguard our oceans. I would also like to thank Mr. Venkat Ramana for an excellent overview of the climate ocean nexus. Thank you for such a great presentation. And it's very important today that we are talking about celebrating about World Oceans Day. So it's very important to understand the linkage and how important it is, that climate change already is happening, and ocean definitely it's a part of it. So yeah, thank you once again. I would also
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would also like to thank Dr. Livleen for her continuous guidance and mentoring. Thank you so much, ma'am. A big thank you to the US Consulate General Chennai for supporting us in this project. Thank you to the panelists from Mumbai, Chennai, and Ghaziabad. Thank you to all. And like I said, you all have been, there have been actions happening, all for a common goal, that is to safeguard our oceans. So thank you, and congratulations to all for the great work that is being undertaken. I can't thank enough, but to you all who have been a very excellent learner here today and a great audience. So thank you once again. Nonetheless, I would like to thank my team, Ms. Saltanat and Ms. Taru. Here, we have Ms. Ritu and Mr. Rahul as well from IT. So thank you once again to the entire team to successfully, celebrate World Oceans Day with us. Thank you to all who have joined us today. We hope to continue, this action and this message that is to safeguard the oceans. And we hope to be in touch with you and, look forward to working with you sometime in the near future. So thank you once again. And, let's all take a step to, safeguard our ocean. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.